As much as you love battle rap, do you ever feel like, yo, fuck battle rap, I'm done with you?
Did you feel like that when that happened?
Oh yeah, definitely. The first day,
It's like, what?
The first day it came out, I was like, okay, everybody hates me. They're calling me a racist, which I'm not a racist, and I don't feel like a racist.
Let's rewind just a little bit. There was a protest going on in the midst of this on Caffeine.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's when I realized the strength of Avocado. Everything that went up on Caffeine, battle rap wise, they were bombing all the comments. All you saw was the avocado emoji.
Which I mean, I thought that was kind of fucked up in a way, like especially with like on people's shows who I'm like friends with, like Henny's show. They're just like,
they bombed it.
I'm like,
they
why?
Bombed it.
Like me and Henny are like mad cool. He's been on Ruin Your Day. Like, why do that in the first place?
Yo, Henny, I'm not gonna lie, I was doing that too.
You was throwing avocados in?
Mad avocado joints. So I was like, yo, get
That's
these
like
niggas out of here.
promotion to me though. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate regardless, and you know, like that means the world to me. Honestly, like having the respect and the love.
Because they was
from
like
peers.
promoting Avo, right? Like,
Yeah,
they were
like,
we
yo,
want
get him
avocado,
in there to do these edits. We're tired of seeing people walk around in the background.
I wanted to clear that up, right? So I heard a couple different things, right? So they said you got the first show, right? The
Genesis.
Genesis. You were booked and paid for that, correct?
Yeah, I did it.
Got you.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, it was the stream didn't work out. So that whole thing, was that on behalf of Caffeine, or were you a part of that as well?
It's 100% on Caffeine. The stream didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
They greatly underestimated how many people would tune in, and their servers could not handle that amount of people, which is a great problem to have. Power of battle rap, it's strong, which is wonderful, but drop the ball. It's super, super, super hard.
Right.
You know, you got Drake mad. You know, it's like, what the like, this is a big ball drop.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, Caffeine, you know, mishaps happen, so it is what it is. But that's the only event I've ever worked with them on.
Well, do you feel as if they blamed you for that mishap? Because from what I
or
understand,
not working with you was a way of kind of blaming you?
Maybe.
right? Because because it kind of seems like, hey, you know, we gave him this job and he didn't meet the expectations, so now we're not booking him.
I mean, possibly. I mean, I think what really it boils down to is that Caffeine is a small app. You know, they're not a big app.
Right.
And they have money now. So it's like they're from nothing to have some money. And what they want to do is have complete creative control over this thing that they're doing, which is battle rap right now. That's a big thing. That's the that's the biggest thing.
Right.
So I think they're just trying to like baby it essentially, and getting me out of there is a way to do that, you know, so they can have more creative control. Yeah, essentially.
So it's like I hit the lotto, don't tell me what to do with my money type of thing.
Yeah, kind of, I think. You know, I don't know. I mean,
just being realistic.
Speculate.
This is a question that people, you know, they speculate this, they speculate that. Had Smack and Bees or Chico, the URL staff, campaigned for you to stay, do you think they would let you stay?
No, they did campaign for me to stay. Like Smack, Chico, Beasley rode super hard for me, like to get me in there. Like
that's what's up.
Super hard. You know, like no.
And they said no.
Yeah, they're like, we want to do the production. And the thing that I'm happy about now is that, do you guys know who JB is?
Yeah.
So he's directing the events now, which is amazing. My issue at first was that they didn't have anybody from the culture on production staff.
Right.
So they had people that have never filmed a battle, never edited a battle, never even known.
That's stupid as hell.
Like I think when Uncle Rob was up on the screen, they had your name under his judging.
Yep.
So it's just like small stuff like that, not small stuff, big stuff like that.
It's like disrespectful.
Nah, it was Uncle Ra under my name. I mean,
Okay,
So it's like disrespectful. Like you don't know this.
Yeah.
You're not. Yeah.
And to think that you can do it better than people that have been doing it for a decade plus, to me is like kind of disrespectful. But you know, I'm glad that JB is in the position he is, because it's going to reflect in the product heavily. And yeah, URL rode really heavy for me, and unfortunately they just didn't want to do it for whatever reason.
I mean, on any level, obviously you're saying they rode hard for you and whatever the case may be, but being that you were filming URL for a very long time.
What year did you
And
start?
as Math said, you kind of created a look. Right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like on some level, like you were cut out of a situation? Like, is there any, like, for better question, is your relationship with URL the same?
I mean, I love URL. Okay. I have a good relationship with them to this day.
Me too.
I wish them the best. I just saw Beasley yesterday. So it's like I have a great relationship with them. And the reason why I am so passionate about this is because I fucking care. I care what their product looks like a lot to me. Like seeing it look like a soap opera hurts me. Like it hurts me a lot. I'm like, this is not what I grew up liking. And I feel like it's a misrepresentation of the art form to especially new people that are tuning in. So yeah, I mean, do I feel like I got cut out? I guess you could say that. I don't take it personally from URL. I definitely have an issue with Caffeine, 100% have an issue with them. It's not changed because of this controversy that I'm wrapped up in. But yeah, I still have an issue with Caffeine, 100%.
They go to, like you said,
No.
they cut, like, more or less to have control, cut you off more or less to have more control of what they got going on.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's why.
No,
they
now
did that.
specifically the control.
Wait, let me just ask because it
Yeah,
goes in.
go ahead. Do your
Right.
thing.
So, just to quote, you said, like it looks like a soap opera. Like, I get it. But I think I actually spoke to somebody on like Twitter about this.
Yeah.
Do you think to like the average consumer, they care? Or they just want to hear bars? You think they care about the visual?
I mean,
As
think,
much as obviously you would.
yeah, for
definitely.
sure. I mean,
And like me,
I-
like
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
catch you shouldn't have
Summer
filmed
Madness
it.
10. Does it matter that they're battling on the set where Will Smith got shot with Carlton? Like, does that matter?
I mean, those battles were
hilarious.
fucking incredible.
That's
So
fucking hilarious.
No, yeah, like, do you think to like to the shut up? I hate that.
Carlton, no! The whole time I was watching, I just kept hearing that. Carlton, no!
Well, who put that out there? Who put that out there?
I did.
Yo.
I did.
So I was like, I never heard that before. I didn't know that. I wish I knew when I was watching.
do I think that the average person cares?
Yes.
The answer is I don't think that if you ask the random, like anybody like that doesn't really know anything about battle rap, hey, do you like the way this shot? Maybe they won't, but I have I've watched it with my homegirl and she doesn't know too much about battle rap,
Right.
and she sat down and said, this looks like a Broadway play,
Right.
like off the bat. There's a reason why things are filmed in a certain way. There's a reason why sports is filmed at 60 frames per second, film is not. There's reasons why this is this way, and I think it's just, I don't know, you gotta film.
I like 24 too.
Yeah, 24.
That's
The
more
best.
cinematic.
It's the best, yeah.
Right.
It's the best frame rate.
Right.
But yeah,
But at faster frame rates, isn't it better for like slow motion?
it is, for
right,
sure. And it's
right.
better for just like sports is what it looks phenomenal at, because it's supposed to make it look more hyper-real.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the reason why we love cinema, is it's supposed to be a fantasy. It's supposed to take us out of real life.
Don't tell them how to fix it. I
already told them in my
No,
blog.
I already told him how to
God
fix it.
The thing is, in my blog too, I explained that URL tried super hard to get me on as a consultant. Like, okay, you don't want to hire him, he'll be on as a consultant. I'm like, cool.
Right.
I'll tell them what to do.
Right.
Right.
Like literally, like film
Right.
this frame rate. Like here are my secrets. Like out
Right.
there. But they didn't listen. Like I got brought on as a consultant. I was like asking the camera ops that day, like, what frame rate are you filming at? They're like, 24. Day of, it's 30. It's still 30. And I was talking to like the operators, like, have you guys ever watched a battle before? Some were like, and they're all nice guys. They work in the industry, so it's nothing against them. But
Right. They just don't care.
They're like, yeah, I've watched battle rap. Like They're like, I've seen it.
I saw that 8th Mile shit.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, they're like, it's like, AB
That's
AB
the
conversation.
first
shit,
Right.
you know?
The eighth, and
So-
that's exactly how they say it too.
They just don't have the passion for it, and it's kind
It's
of
8 Mile. I know. Everybody say 8th Mile though.
No, that's
Yeah.
what we said. That's what I said. I said that's exactly how they would say it. I've seen the 8th Mile thing.
so. I don't know. It's just disappointing from that aspect, I feel. But I am happy that JB's in a good position now with it,
Right.
and I think that's going to reflect in the product. Summer Madness 10, the battles were incredible. I watched the event, and the battles were fire. Battles are super good.
I want to ask this question, and might be an inside question. Not everybody's gonna understand what I'm saying, but do you think that they cut you out because of ownership?
Ownership,
What do you mean?
like how I own the footage. How are we saying that?
Oh.
I mean, I do own the footage, but I am glad to. I would never think twice if they're like, "Hey, we want the footage." I'd be like, "Here."
Right.
I'm not like, "Well, I'm gonna keep it to do something else with."
Right.
What
But if you was
happens-
Caffeine, would you be comfortable with that?
Oh, maybe. I mean, but the thing is, it's like if you're a company, you have to operate under professional standards. So it's like if you want to own the footage, well, you're supposed to do what's called a media buyout.
Right.
And it's usually I think something like it's like 15% of the total budget goes towards that, and you own the footage. I've done it for a lot of projects before, because when you're hired to film something, you're just hired to film it, and then if you're hired to edit something, they own the edits. They don't own the raw files.
Right.
So that's the difference. But I mean, that could be it. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of different theories I have. I just think it's mostly they want to control it. They want to have complete control because they're putting a lot of money into it. So it's understandable from that perspective. To me, it just comes across as wildly like egotistical to think that they can do a better job than people that actually fucking love the actual
without even
art.
Consultation.
Yeah.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard. Yo Jim, I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got as the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas. Now I'm rock with you niggas.